Here, a new project, so we're in the deep dark hinterlands of East Lancashire. We're in Burnley. So as the Salford bard John Cooper Clarke said, I'll tell you now and I'll tell you firmly, I don't never want to go to Burnley. What they do there don't concern me. Why would anybody make the journey? I'll tell you why I sort of make the journey, Mr. Clarke, to look at this resplendent brickwork. 140 years ago, the craftsman put this remarkable chimney breasting. So we're here to give it a new lease of life. Just look at that beautiful brickwork there. Incredible. I love how he's put that. His solid springer there. Then he's put his hard bricks going in. Oh, nice one. Brew time. Best time of the day. Thank you. And if you just have a look at this under here. So normally when we found brick arches, we've just had the one course of brick with the void into the flue throw. But just have a look up there. Incredible that. I love how he's tied all the bricks into the partition wall, and then he's had just the flue throw going up. Solid that. They don't make them like that anymore. So this particular project, it was all plastered out, and we had this gopping 1980s fireplace in there. So before we've turned up, the clients ripped everything out, and there was a small lintel, but well, no, actually, sorry, it was just a solid brickwork up to the archway. So the client chased it out, and we've discovered this beautiful arch. So it'd be sacrilege not to make a feature of this arch. So this is Accrington brick. So Accrington's famous for quite a few things. Accrington Stanley, Holland's meat and potato pies. Sorry, I lost track. There's a bird flying past the window then. Yeah, Accrington Stanley, Holland's pies and bricks. The Accrington brick factories, obviously in Accrington. So the client's father was locally known as Aki Bill. So he's sadly passed on now. So in homage to his father's memory, he's exposing the brickwork, and we're going to make a right beautiful feature out of it by cleaning it up, getting rid of this ash lime mortar, and we're going to repoint it with some fresh lime mortar. So we'll clean all the brick up. The lime mortar will make a beautiful contrast once this brick's all cleaned up. There. And then we're gonna have to plaster in around that cornice, because as we've how do we explain this? Say that's the cornice, that wiggly finger bit. An inch of the plaster's come away as the client's knocked it out. So we're back to the brick. So we're gonna have to join in the plaster work and try and mould it and try and make it look like it's always been there. It'll be quite a task, is that? So the project at the moment, so as the original brickies built his brickwork, he's gone on with his trowel, raked it off, because he knows that the lime plaster is going to come in and lime plaster all this out. So he doesn't have to make a tidy job of his joints. But we do, because obviously this is going to be the main feature of this particular fireplace. So it's incredibly hard with ash lime mortar. So what we're using is the breaker. So instead of it being on concrete mode, we're turning it right down, so we don't damage the face of this brick, because it'll look terrible if we smash the face of the bricks up, smash the face of the bricks off, and then pointed it up. So we're going to try and break this out as tidily as possible. So what we'll do is we'll chase this out. So if you want to do it at home, you can see how we do it. Obviously you do it however you want, but we found this is the easiest way to do it. So on the hop up, we've got a churn brush, sharp implement. You can use a trowel. You could use like a bread knife like we've got, screwdriver. You could use your wife's glare, because that's probably sharp, isn't it? Use whatever you want. So it's a dusty, horrible job, and I'm getting over a cold, so I'll put my mask on. Put my lug oil defenders in. Plenty of air wax on these. Right. So we'll start this end. So we're just going perpendicular to the joint. And just taking it out now. We're just getting it out this way. Just a little bit more. I was breaking out up into the bottom of this brick, top of that brick, so that all the line mortar's pulverised and we can rake it out with the sharp implement. We'll do the perp joints now. So, doing a bit of Rod Stewart and waking up the neighbours here with this. It's only for a few hours, so hopefully the neighbours at work not getting too twined at us. So we're just raking up against the bottom of the brick, the bottom of the brick above, and the top of the brick below it. Chase out those perp joints. So what we're aiming for is a joint that's twice as deep as it is wide. That'll give our mortar a right good adhesion then. Make sure it won't be falling out. So there's a little bit there. See how that brick's just spelched? Not so much we can do about that. It's probably been done actually. I don't know which Herbert's done some repairs in the past, but he's thought that the bricks, that the piece of timber do the same job as the bricks, but it won't obviously, will it? So we've got a bit of patching there to do, and we've got a bit of patching at the side of the Springer. I tell you what, if there's any like folk who know the bricks from the stones, I'd like to know if anyone knows why on most archways that we come across, this particular brick above the Springer is always damaged or perished. Same on every side, but every single brick archway on fireplaces is exactly the same as that. Does anyone know why? Why the craftsmen used to do it? I'd be interested to find out. Anyway, back to it. So I just missed a little bit there. We'll chase that out. Back this out. Rake them joints out. Nice and clean. Get that old bed off there. all the bread knives are going because you've got that serrated edge, so it kind of bites into any mortar that it comes across. So once we've raked it out, give it a brush, get the thick of all that mortar out. What we can do then, get a little Henry User. So normally if we were outside, we'd get the blower on this, blow it all off. Can't be doing that. Just run Henry over it. We'll get any loose off it. Like so. So, just take this off. Got quite a few spare bricks from where the original, well not the original, superimposed half's gone in. So I've got some spare bricks. So what we'll do is we'll just cut one to patch in there, same on the other side. Put some there so that you'll never know that we've patched it. Down. Work it out. Get Hoover in it. That's got rid of any loose dust there, and we're ready to patch this brickwork in there. So I think we'll rake the rest of this out, and then we'll come back and we'll show you how we acid wash it. All the joints are broken out. You can't see me out. You can't hear me. It's all PPE, but we need it because we're acid washing the brickwork now. So what we are using here is some industrial hydrochloric acid, so it's a lot stronger than the stuff you get from B&Q. So when the hydrochloric acid goes onto the brickwork, let me get this if I remember from chemistry class. So the lime is calcium carbonate, so when you add hydrochloric acid to it, it breaks the calcium carbonate down to calcium hydroxide and water and chlorine gas, which we don't be breathing in because what the lads in the trenches are breathing in. So if you just watch what happens, so this is the original brickwork with the stains of the lime, red lime plaster on it. So as we paint this on, you can see it there dissolving all that lime back to clean brickwork there. So that green colour is the chlorine given off from the reaction with the calcium carbonate. So this room stinks. So what we're going to do is we're going to slap this on, and then we're going to get out of the way because we have some headaches in the morning. Well, later on actually, breathing this in. So once we've gone over it, go over it again. You can see there's no fizzing, there's no reaction there. So we've got all the lime off. Some little bits there, so I'll just go over those again. And what we can do we've done a little bit of patching there. Pull that down, and so I can find the wire brush. So we haven't fastened this brick in, but we've put it to side so that when we get this lime mortar mix on, we can patch that in. So let's go over it with the wire brush. That takes the face of that residual lime off. Give it another little lick. There we are. So you can see like so. That's back to clean brick. So what we have to make sure that we do, we'll leave this on overnight to keep reacting. Then when we come back tomorrow, we'll wash all the wall down with water. That waters down the residual acid that's dried onto the brick. If we were to point onto that, the moisture in our mortar mix will react with the residual acid on the brickwork, and it'll degrade our lime. It'll stop it from going off. So we have to make sure that all this acid is completely washed off the brickwork. So we'll just do this archway, and then we'll skedaddle out of the room because it stinks. So the stuff that you get from B&Q will be nowhere near as strong as this stuff. I got this off a friend who has a chemical plant just for this job. But what you can do with your B&Q stuff is you can give it 2 to 3 coats, and you just have to get stuck in with that wire brush. You get these residual bits. See how that just wipes off? So if your acid isn't as strong as this, and we all love good strong acid, then you just have to get a bit more elbow grease in with that wire brush to get those residual bits off. Get the wire brush on this bit. On there, a little bit on there, a bit more packed in there. Right, let's give it one last coat, and you'll see that the majority of that is back to clean brick. Look at that, what a difference that is. So because these bricks are now soaked in acid, they'll once the acid is dry, well, once we've washed the acid off, we've planted it up, that'll be the finished colour of the brickwork. So with a good treating of acid, good cleaning, it can make such a difference to the appearance of the finished job. So we've cut these bricks to size here, and they can be fit tomorrow when we get this lime mortar mix on. So I'm getting short of breath here, breathing too much chlorine, so we'll see you tomorrow.